Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Friday night, and we are live and in effect as I report to you from behind this plastic microphonic device with none of my brain tied behind my back because I need every single brain cell front and center just to keep up with everybody. Hope you're all doing well tonight. A very interesting day in the markets for sure. Silver price surged. Did a video about it earlier. And it's going to be very fascinating Sunday night because I believe that's when Shanghai will open again. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's when the holiday ends. But good to see you guys. JM Alicia's here. Dean R is with us. Good to see you guys. Richard Metcalf is here. Four Wheels from Rob. Good to see you guys. And yes, indeed, a lot of good folks with us here tonight. And let's see here. Okay, and Picture says this here. I wonder how many people factor in their humanoid robot after hardware or software malfunctions and what those repair costs will be. Things fall and damages the finger and hand movement or software malfunctions, not to mention thinking there's going to be this many robots people can't even afford to buy groceries or pay the bills. Grant Cardone is just not in touch with reality at all. That's right. And that's not the only way he's not in touch with reality, by the way. It's pretty crazy. But anyways, it is what it is. Let's see here. All right, and let's see here. What do we have here? To the next comment, we've got this from Michael Wallen. It says, no taxation without representation. U.S. government is a terrorist organization, and we don't comply with terrorist organizations. Well, that's a very, very crazy thing to say. I don't think we're a terrorist organization, but nonetheless, taxation and a lot of the tax laws, I think, are very unfair and punitive and immoral. It does not make us a terrorist organization, though. I think that's a little bit extreme. All right, let's see here. And good to see you guys. Kenny Ledford is here. Michael K is here. Good to see you guys. And Hypersonic Bullion says, what evidence are you clinging onto to make you believe in the $50 mark? Please share. Well, it's not evidence. It's a prediction. But basically, if you look at the markets throughout history, these bull runs always end. They always end. And with silver, especially, every single time we've seen a bull run end with silver, on the other side of it, the price is always higher than it was before the bull run started. That's why I'm saying silver. And so you look at sort of a pattern analysis. And again, I don't rule out that it could be wrong, but I do think that we will see $50 silver at some time. And that may not even be the floor, but I think we may see it. We may touch it for the end of the year. By the way, I also called for $100 silver, and it did get there at the beginning of the year. See my video from January 1. Yeah, we're expecting some scammers to call us, but I don't hold out a whole lot of hope. I think 2 were scheduled to call us, but I don't know if they're going to do it or not. We'll find out in mere moments. GL4457 says, as the silver price has held and even gone up during the Chinese holiday, I can't see it going lower and when they reopen. There's the COMEX contracts on the 27th of February. On top of that, the geopolitical uncertainty, I think $90 to $100 within 2 weeks. Yeah, it is possible, especially if we go to war with Iran or we attack Iran. But yeah, we'll see here. We'll see what happens. I, too, believe that once Shanghai opens, we might see the price either uptick a little bit, or I don't think it's going to go down either. In fact, it's gone up even when the Shanghai markets were closed. So Cal Johnny says here, Sal, the Federal Reserve is extremely aware of the PM markets. Extremely aware. Yep, and I'm pretty much said that in the video. And did say that in the video. Why does the Federal Reserve own gold? Actually, the Federal Reserve doesn't own gold. It's the Treasury that owns gold. The Federal Reserve holds gold certificates. Very different thing. But why all the world's central banks own gold and have reclassified it as a Tier 1 asset? It's only a barbaric relic that Ben Bernanke described as under oath. Liars and thieves. So that's right. And why would they hold gold certificates if that wasn't the case? Yes, so slurping some coffee here. It is a very subtle claim to me to slurp this coffee to get people to salivate over the idea of having coffee. I'm hoping that somebody will go and make coffee now. I am paid by the big coffee lobby. So we want to get, who knows, maybe somebody will say something about, oh, hey, look, Gator's Gold Channel says coffee sounds good, Sal. Well, thank you. That's my whole purpose. I've worked. My evil plan has just worked. It's got it. That's right. People were affected. People are so easily, I can mind and meld all of you guys. I can make people believe anything, except for the Trump haters out there. I had one guy, call me an idiot because I support Trump. I don't mind people having differing opinions, but you know what? I tell you, when people call you an idiot, and they're doing the very same thing that they accuse Trump of doing. So, anyways, but that makes me want to support Trump even more. Yes, indeed. But I welcome all opinions as long as people are respectful. I don't mind it. But you start personal attacks, well, that's going to get you blocked. And I didn't block that guy yet because I gave him response to him. Let's see what he says. But I'm not shy about my support. I don't proselytize too much on the videos or in the live streams. But I support Trump, and I also will criticize him when I disagree as well. I don't suffer from TDS, that's Trump derangement syndrome, but also don't suffer from TSS. That's something that I made up. That's called Trump sycophant syndrome. I don't have that either. So I will disagree with policies that some of the policies that Trump has as well, but I also will. I want to be intellectually honest. That's my whole thing. But ideologically, I'm more aligned with Trump, obviously, than the Democrats or anything like that. But anyways, all right. But yes, but just be respectful. Feel free to speak your mind. If you hate Trump or whatever, no problem. I don't mind it. But it's but just be respectful. All right, James. Nothing fundamentally has changed. Storage, war drums, beating military needs, AI data centers, build out solar needs, printer, dollar debasement, and just demand or whole physical. I believe central banks will continue to buy gold. I believe most leveraged shenanigans are mostly done. Real investors are in now. Yeah, we'll see. But remember, believe it or not, demand for silver has gone down substantially since 2022. Not a lot of people talk about that. And that's something else that I say that people get all worked up over. But it's true. Demand for silver has gone down substantially since 2022. That does not mean, though, that the supply is keeping up with the demand even now. But the demand will fluctuate. But it has, if there's the numbers don't lie, and that is the case. But anyways, very good. All right, let's see here. Here B Civilization says, why would silver ever fall back down to 50? Seems impossible now given the shortage. Yep, nope, it's not impossible. It is very possible. I believe it will happen. Oh, man, thank you so much, Andy. Hold on, Andy. We got a scammer calling us. Let's see here. Hold on. Hello?
Hi, this is Sarah from Tax Consumer Assistance Center.
Okay.
I hope all is well with you.
It isn't. It isn't all well with me. It's horrible with me. Hello?
I've got some really great news.
No, you don't. You don't have any great news. All right, I'm going to cut that off because every time I use, they call, it says the numbers out of service or something like that. But Andy Milowski, thank you for the $20 super chat. Coffee on him. Thank you, sir. Now, Andy may be new here, but I appreciate it. Every time there's a dollar donated via super chat, I do a push-up for each dollar. For each dollar donated via PayPal, friends and family. So let me give you 20 push-ups for that. Thank you so much. Here we go. All right. Let's see here. Let's make this happen here. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Yeah, getting a little pumped up there. Thank you so much. for that. I really appreciate that. Whew. All right. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Let's see here. All right. Bill Arrington says, nice display. Thank you so much. All right. Yes, indeed. Very good. And by the way, as silver price goes down, and we see it, then people start to predict even lower numbers. I've had several people say $30 silver is coming, and I don't think that's going to happen. But hey, you never know. But I do believe probably 50 will be the bottom, at least this year, is what I predict, and I'm sticking with my prediction, even if I'm wrong, and I could be wrong. Good to see you guys. All right, let's see. Here comes another scammer. Let's see what we have here. Hello?
Hey, Jim.
Yeah, it's Jim. Hi.
How is going?
How is going? I don't know. I don't know who is going great.
All right, you remember me, right?
I remember you. I remember.
All right.
We talked like didn't we talk like 8 or 12 months ago?
No, totally. We talked a lot yesterday. You don't remember me, Jim. Come on.
That's right. We talked yesterday. I forgot about that. That's right. Yeah.
All right, Jim, I need your paperwork so I can start working on that. You paying, imagine, $300,000 a payback. It is too much.
300,000. Who said anything about 300,000? How much paperwork do you want? Do you want my birth certificate? Do you want my Social Security papers? Hello? I just asked you two basic questions, and there's a very long gap. You sound like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. You know, it's like you don't like a deer in the headlights. You got to answer. Do you want my birth certificate, and do you want my Social Security papers?
No, I don't need that.
Okay.
I don't need that. Jim.
What kind of paperwork do we want to do? You want me to send you some wallpaper so we can wallpaper the office there?
No. So, Jim, you paying right now, you said to me $30,000 monthly outlay to lenders. Is that correct?
Yes, it's not outlay. I'm paying payments. There's no outlaying anywhere. I'm inside sitting. I'm not laying outside at all. There's no outlays happening here.
All right, how much? It's $30,000 per month. Is that correct?
That's right. And there's no poodles. We don't have any. We're not selling any bootleg. We're not bootlegging any poodles either. We don't trade in dogs. Any poodles. For the best in shows.
And do you have the correct balance?
Yes, that's the balance. I like to keep a good balance, although sometimes I feel like I have inner ear trouble when I go to stand up. Sometimes I get a little bit woozy, but it's not very often.
So, Jim, tell me right now, with your lenders, full rent lenders that you have right now, let me check your file. Short funding is one of them, right? Is that
That's
correct?
right. But you said you want to tell me, can I wait and tell you 7 weeks from now instead of right now? Do I have to tell you right now, or can I wait 7 weeks to tell you?
What?
Whatever you just asked. You said you wanted to ask. You said to tell me right now, but what if I want to wait 7 weeks to tell you?
No, I can tell you right now.
You can tell me right
number.
now. Okay, can you wait? Can you tell me again in 7 weeks from right now? I want you to tell me now, but I want you to also tell me in 7 weeks.
All right, let's go now. Let's tell now.
Let's go later. Can we go later? Let's not go now. Let's go later. I like to put things off. I'm a procrastinator.
Jim, listen.
Yes. And this is very funny. I want you to laugh at me. I want you to laugh at this conversation. Please laugh. Even if it's a manufactured laugh. We want to get a lot of people excited about this.
You're funny, man. You're funny. So Jim, listen to me. If I can do $15,000 per month, how that sounds to you?
That sounds about half the amount that I'm paying per month, which is $30,000.
That's right. That's what I do.
So that sounds a lot. That's more appealing to me. That's an easier cookie to chew on than a dog biscuit of $30,000. Let's compare the $30,000 to a dog biscuit that's really hard and crusty, and let's talk about the $15,000, which is like a cookie, which is a very funny cookie. See what I'm saying?
So Jim, on top of that, you know what? I can cut your balance as well.
You can cat my balances? What kind of cat? We talking about a Persian cat? We talking about a tabby?
No. I can reduce your balance.
Oh, reduce it. Nice. I like it.
I can reduce reduce your balance June 3. What we do and nobody else is doing, right?
Nobody has ever approached me about this. This is unique. Never happened before in the history of my existence. Has anybody ever told me that, hey, we can cut your payments in half and reduce the balance? We can cap the balance too. We can do it all. This is nice.
That you see.
Can you mine the bottom of the ocean floor with some humanoid robots too?
All right, Jim. Right now, I need
Right
from
now.
you
Right now. Not
right,
later.
yeah.
You want it now, right? Not later.
Yeah, no, because you're working all day, and it's really hard to get you on the phone, Jim. Right now I'm trying
So,
to start working
you're
with
Nick,
the
right?
lenders.
Your name is Nick, right?
No, James.
James. Okay. Well, prenatal Nick sounds better than prenatal James. But let's go back into your childhood. Let's talk about from the time you're 6 months old. What was life like for you back then?
So I don't remember what you're asking.
What's your
when I
earliest
was,
memory as a kid, as a child? What's your earliest memory?
I really don't remember anything.
Okay, what about your earliest memory as a toddler?
So Jim, let's go to business, right?
Let's go.
Let's start working. Let's go to business. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. We want to go to business. But you got to call me
Alright, let's
Jimmy
go to
Boy. You
business.
got to call me Jimmy Boy from now on. Not Jim, just
All right.
Jimmy Boy.
All right, let's go, Jimmy Boy.
Okay.
So let's go. Let's talk only business. Only business, right?
Only business, okay.
Only business. Jim, are you interested to cut these payments in half and reduce the balance? Just yes or no.
I am interested. Okay, just yes or no. Yes or no.
Just yes or no.
Just yes or no. You want me to say yes or no? I'm saying it.
I'm asking you, are you interested or tell me?
With a yes or no, or can I answer the question with my own words? Which one do you want? This is not a congressional hearing. This is not a congressional hearing. So
with your own words.
Okay.
With your own words.
I am interested in reducing my payments in half. And if more than that would be great. If we could reduce the payments and reduce the balance, I would be a happy camper, even though I'm not much of an outdoorsman.
That is great. I got your point.
Okay.
Do you remember all lenders that you're dealing with? Because you told me only one.
No, I mentioned several. It was Short Funding Solutions was the one. It was Fast Cap. Fast Cap was the other one. Don't you remember we mentioned Fast Cap, James?
Fast Cap. All
Yeah.
right. And the next one?
Business Funding Solutions. That was the third one.
Okay.
And then the other one is going to be Front Leap Capital.
Lead Capital. All right.
And by the way, just so you know, I would never plead the fifth because that would require me to drink a fair amount of Jack Daniels, a fifth of it.
All right. So Jim, are you still actively paying them?
Yes, I am actively paying them because if I don't, I'm going to get in big trouble.
That is great. That's great. So Jim, I'll give you right now my email, and I'll need from you all contracts that you have with lenders in January business statement when I can see payments, so I can verify you dealing with them.
I've just told you that I'm dealing with them. I mean, you don't take me for my word. How would I just come up with those names out of whole cloth, out of thin air? I mean, I'm the one that's paying those suckers. I'm on the, you know what I mean? It's stressing me out. It's making me sweat bullets, specifically the 9mm hollow point type. Sweating bullets.
Yeah, I got it. But right now we are dealing B2B, Jim, business to business. I need to send these paperwork to my underwriting team so they can verify everything. I'll have the contract.
Each and everything. Not just everything. Each and everything. Say that. I want you to say each and everything.
Each and everything.
Thank you.
And you know what, Jim? From Monday, I will qualify you to the program. And the next monthly payment would be, guess.
$15,000.
15,000. You got it. That's
See,
right.
I wasn't born yesterday. I was born 2 days ago, maybe, but not yesterday.
All right. So right now, go to your email, Jim,
Okay, thank you.
and go to your email and.
I
and
can't.
write
I
my
can't.
email.
I can't go to the email while I'm on this phone. Don't have that ability. But I can do push-ups. I have this thing. It's a disorder. It's like a Tourette syndrome where I need to do hold on. I got to do 5 push-ups near. I got to do 5 real push-ups for Silver Days. Just a second. Here we go. All right. Here we go. I got to get down on the floor first. Here we go. All right. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. James. By the way, James. You and I, believe it or not, we have the same name, James.
Yeah.
Because my name technically is James. That's what's on my birth certificate.
Oh, all right.
So,
All right.
but I want you to call me Jimmy Boy. And what do you want me? Do you want me to call you Jimmy Boy as well?
Whatever you want.
Did they call you? Did they call you Jimmy?
I sent you a text from my direct line. Do you got anything?
Yes, but I need. Can you read me all the fine print over the phone because my eyes are really not that great. So before you send this, so if you send me those documents, I'm not going to be able to read the fine print. So can you read me the fine print for me?
No, I sent you an email, Jim. Text.
Okay.
Actually.
Do you know who James Tiberius Kirk is by any chance? James Tiberius Kirk?
No.
Okay.
We talked that we'll go only business.
That's right, only business. But I got to do 5 more push-ups. It's an impulsive thing. I got to do it. Hold on, just 1 second. Just bear with me for 5 more. Here we go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and finally 5. There we go. 5 because I have to do. Yeah, go ahead.
You did already 2 times. So right now, go to your email.
I can't go to my. I can't. I remember what I told you before. I can't go to the email while I'm on this phone. So I want you to read me the fine print.
Do you have?
Oh well, hold on a second. I've got my OCD is kicking in. My OCD is kicking. I got to do 2 more. Just 2 more. Just 2 more. Hold on. Just 2 more. It's not gonna be much. Here we go.
Jim.
1, 2. Go ahead. Yes. Go ahead, Jim. Yes, Jim. Go ahead, Jim.
Jim, I'll text you right now my email.
Okay, Jim.
If you send me until Monday, I will start working.
Okay, thank you, Jim.
Don't send me anything until Monday.
Call me Tuesday. No. Don't pull my file. Do not pull my file. If you don't hear from me by Monday, then call me Tuesday and we'll find out. But I'm gonna need you to read me the fine print either way. Anyway, so.
All right. What is your best email, Jim?
It's the best one is the award-winning. It's won awards in the state of Washington, Oregon, California, and the Canadian province of Alberta. That's the best one.
So I got it, Jim. You are not interested.
No. I am interested. You asked me for the best email. I'm giving you an award. I'm telling you that the best email is the one that has won multiple awards.
Well, all right, Jim. Have a good one. And
are you gonna call me Tuesday, Jim? Jim, are you gonna call me Tuesday? We're talking business. All I've been doing is talking business with you. All I've been doing is talking.
I'll go right now. I'll go.
No. Tell me where you were born. Tell me where you were born first. Where were you born?
Yes.
I'm gonna say Italy.
No.
It's some Eastern European country.
No.
Because you don't sound Indian or Pakistani.
No.
Are you from Indonesia?
No.
Malaysia.
No.
Are you an Asian? Are you an Asian guy? Are you an Asian guy?
No.
What's your ethnicity? Are you Paki? Are you a Paki?
No, Australian.
No, you're not Australian. You're not Australian. Tell me where you were born. What's your accent? Quickly. Accent. Ethnicity. No, you're not Australian. You're Australian. You sound just like this. You don't sound like that.
All right, Jim.
Are you from Kazakhstan?
No. I live in Florida, Jim.
Are you Iranian? Right. Are you from Iran?
I'll go right now, Jim.
Are you a sizzle chest? Are you a Gandu? All right. He's Marshall Islands. Yeah, that's right. All right. Thank you, guys. All right. Very good. This whole call was was just to please Mark Razor. All right, very good. All right, let's get over here to the Croutonator says the price will be whatever the big boys say it will be. We saw the recent manipulation, so they can do it whenever they like. All right, well, I don't think I think this all the moves we've been seeing is not planned. I don't think they have that much power. The big boys aren't that aren't that big. That's for sure. All right. Let's see here. All right. We've got OM Gold Meander Greaser says, why is the use of paper pricing for physical silver? When I have silver in my hand, it's worth far more than a paper promise from people who have shown in the past that cannot be trusted. Why is there not a paper price and a physical price of silver? That's a question I kind of have been asking too. The futures market exists for a reason. I've heard it somewhat explained before, or what have you. It's kind of like hedging, I guess, for the futures market, but it's still a bet, right? It's still a bet and it's a bet that you're not putting all your money in to be able to secure it. So it is very strange. I don't know exactly the whole reason, at least not simply. I would like to know the same answer to that. Maria says here on the video from today, what's going on in Shanghai, says this. What do you need to know? Make sure your fuel is stocked up, fuel tank in your car. Yep, that's got to be. And oil prices and food prices. What is scarce pushes the price up. Trump's war is a foolish idea. It will only cause hardship for the American people and those who will lose their lives in this foolishness. Well, war may be too strong of a term. I don't think we'll necessarily have war with, well, it'll be a conflict. It'll be a military action, basically to weaken the regime and have the people take over. We're not going to be invading Iran, but apparently there has been evidence that they're trying to rebuild their nuclear power or their nuclear weapon systems again. And they basically come out and said it. You know, they're saying death to America. Iran is a threat, and they need to be taken out. One way or the other, they need to go. And if you understand the history of this regime and the ideology behind it, you would agree. A lot of people dismiss it because they don't understand history and they've not studied exactly what the Ayatollahs were about ever since the revolution. Iran regime is bad news, especially when there's so many good people in Iran. The vast majority of Iranians are great people, and they would like to see a change too, for sure. And Ben Werlock, I remember in the middle of the 2010s when there were loads of people on the internet saying that they couldn't wait for silver to dip down to $10 so they could load the boat. It never did. That's right. And it's one of those things where it's a gamble. We don't know exactly what the price is going to do. I have a feeling the price is going to go down from where it is right now. Right now, the price of silver is closed at $84.77. That's a 7.77% increase today. This is the reaction to the tariffs. I think once we digest this news and information, we'll see what happens. The price could go back down, but of course, if there is an attack in Iran, it could spike back up again. And I say that because I'm encouraging you not to buy a Diamond Fist silver round that is now available for pre-order again. They're taking pre-orders now, but I think the price is going to go down from here. So, and yes, normally I would say buy from Summit Metals, but honestly, if it were me, I wouldn't do it yet. But keep this page. If you've been wanting a Salivate Metal Diamond Fist round, it may be a good idea to bookmark this page and watch it and see when it comes available. It is available for pre-sale. This means I have another order placed and see what happens. But I could be wrong. The price could continue to go up. But I would never tell you to buy something just because of the way the price is going to move one way or the other, or not to buy. You have to understand. But if it were me, I probably would not buy this right now or any silver right now. I'm kind of holding off and seeing what happens after the weekend. Obviously, if there's an attack, then the price might go up even more. But I think likely probably things will settle. But check out Summit Metals for all your precious metal needs. They have a lot of different services too, whether you're buying or selling. A great company to work with. And but whenever you do buy, Do it under your own understanding of what's going on in the markets. And I believe it's good to stack for the long term. Yes, indeed, either way. So if you have long term in mind, then it's a little bit less of an issue whenever you're buying, because you can dollar cost average out. Very good. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. Eric Buseberg says, Sal, you said it would end last year at $35. No, I didn't say that. Eric, I would love for you to find me the evidence that I ever said that. Never ever said that it would end at the year at $35. Nope. And that just goes to show you, some people, they don't listen to the words I actually say when I do my prediction videos. And for the last 6 years now, I've done prediction videos and explained in detail the what I think will happen specifically. And it actually gives me more wiggle room, for sure. Yep, Eric, you got it wrong, my brother. You need to go back and listen to that video. Go back and listen to my prediction video for 2025. Go back and listen to it. And then report back, Eric. I would love to see your thoughts on it, because you did not, you didn't listen. You just didn't listen. All right. I was actually right multiple times. Yeah, Eric, you don't remember. You don't remember, my friend. You didn't listen. Let's see here. All right, Martin says, we will see how the fake silver story in Singapore plays out. Can it be cleaned up this week, or will the mess be left to the rattle of the market? All right, well, fake silver in China I've heard about. There's another story that came out and from the same source that I'm not going to do a video on, because I already did a video on the other one. But it's the same type of thing. It's not been verified. We really don't know exactly how much of it was. Let's see here. All right, very good. Michael Morley says, love the Queen's Beast Lion. Have you checked out the Tudors? Pretty much sold out everywhere now. Yeah, I've seen those. I'm not collecting those. I did collect the Queen's Beast in several different sizes, but I've not collected the Tudor series. Okay, Eric. So Eric's not going to go back and watch. So let me refresh Eric's memory. I said that silver would touch $35 by the end of the year. And it did. It got to $35 by the end of the year, not at the end of the year. And then I revised it again. And I said, as long as it touches that price at some time during the year, I can say I was right. Didn't say it was going to stay there. Didn't say that was what the number was going to be on December the 31st, 2025. So I was right. I was right, Eric, on silver. You misinterpreted it. So yes, and so many people don't listen, and they give me, well, Sal, you said it was going to do this and do that. Well, I was actually right. It's got to, if it touches that price at any point during the year, then it was correct. Like, for instance, this year, I made a prediction that silver would do two things, not just one thing, not one price, that it would touch $100, and it did. So I was correct on that. I didn't say that it would touch it and then just stop there. It's going to go one way or the other. And then the other prediction I made, which has not come true yet, and that's $50. That's right. Yep, Eric, I got you on a technicality, and that's, you got to listen to the technicals. That's right, exactly. Because I don't make a prediction that says silver will be this number at a given date. I'm saying that it's going to touch that price. I would never be so foolish as to say, hey, on June 15th at 7 o'clock in the morning, silver's going to be, $80 or what have you. When you're making year-end predictions, for me, it's a matter of them reaching those targets. Even if they stay there for a second, I can say I was right. Anyways, enough about that. Carrie Terrence says, I'm just holding on for dear life now. I think silver will continue to rise, and the manipulators will do everything they can to smack it back down. March will be insane. All right, we shall see. Hold on for dear life. Hold on for dear life indeed. All right, very good. And let's see here. RM says $70 an ounce is a new floor, is reasonable. 40% of the circulating fiat was printed out of thin air to fund the stimulus checks. Silver hasn't changed. The fiat currency was devalued. Yes. Well, silver price does change, even if the fiat currency isn't. Of course, it's always devalued. It always loses value, but sometimes the price rises or falls, even though the currency loses value. Yes, indeed. Yeah, just so you understand, whenever I make a prediction of silver, it's that they're going to touch a certain number, and that's it. It's never going to be something that it's going to go no higher than this or no lower than this. So that's how my predictions are different. It gives me a little bit of wiggle room, and if I'm wrong, well, hey, I'm still wrong, and I've been wrong. I've been wrong where it didn't touch those numbers in previous years. I've always been overly bullish on silver until last year, by the way, and this year as well. So we'll see here, but very good. All right, let's see. Let's go on to the next comment, see what we have here. The other scammer did not call me, which is disappointing. All right. And Jeffrey Deutsch says, very interesting observation, but what about the influences from other Asian exchanges? They're fairly negligible, although they obviously helped. They were selling they were down as well, and we covered that on the last live stream, and I've covered it in previous videos too, where the price actually went down in the Asian markets. So they do have some impact, but not as influential, I don't think, as Shanghai or Hong Kong. Hong Kong, by the way, I don't think was closed. And but yes. All right, let's see here. Razor ready. I'd also think that $50 silver is a thing of the past. All right. So this is one of those things where I think that we may touch $50 this year as my second part of my prediction, but only touch it. It may go back above that again, or it may go lower than that. But as long as it touches or crosses, that's what my prediction is. All right, DD Prepper says, wow, there's a worldwide shortage of silver. Oh, man. Well, it's more like bottlenecks, big-time bottlenecks. All right, Flying High says, in the UK media sphere, this video by our Fox equivalent put this out a few days ago. It begs the question, why now, and whose aim and whose response for? Okay, I don't have time to watch that now, but okay, thank you. And let's see here. Amadeus says, 269 as of now. That's a good chance we'll see $100 by the end of the month, especially when Shanghai comes back online. A lot of people think that. We shall see. And let's see here. We've got Mr. Jim. There's a day of reckoning on the horizon. And we'll see. We shall see if it happens. Let's see here. And we've got PC Coinstar was first on this video, but actually he wasn't, but that's all right. And Sean says, silver over 83 right now, almost 1 p.m. So much for the hope of the 60s. Yeah, going back up again. And, yep, largely because of what's going on with the tariffs. 10% more tariffs have been announced today. That will be in effect in 3 days. So starting Monday, I guess. All right, let's see here. What your prop says, tariff decision equals end game target. We can't rebuild a failing country without tariffs, folks. 47 can claim he tried, but this was all baked into the cake. Lawfare and 47 has been completely mum about this time around baked. The printing has already started. Well, yeah, the Federal Reserve is doing some stuff behind the scenes, and I haven't checked, but the M2 money supply is increasing for sure. And that's not good. Not good at all. Richard Metcalf, I don't see $50 anytime soon, if ever. All right, so he thinks we're not going to get there either. If silver goes to 50 by the end of summer, I surrender. All right. We shall see. Anything is possible, though. And Donna Kirsch says this. Wholesalers backed up paper silver contracts being sold without actual physical silver to back it. COMEX LBMA, coin shops in general, with buyback versus sell price premiums on silver rounds. Eagles, what manipulation? Just a small window of what's going on. All right, yeah, a lot of stuff happening for sure. You're right, Donna. Indeed. All right, let's see here. As we slurp our way through this madness. And we've got Brian Dixon today, normally a profit-taking day. Not today, though. All metals up, not selling gold or silver, no cash, good in the bank, and buying a little here and there. Cash, no good. Well, cash is good to have. I always encourage people to have cash, no matter what. Yes, indeed. You don't want to be caught with having to sell your gold and silver at a loss. That's why it's good to have cash on hand. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see here. And let's get on to the next comment above here and see what we've got. Third is the one with the treasure chest. All right. I'm not sure what that means, but thank you. And Jesse J Studios, silver was in the 80s before the Supreme Court announcement. Then it dropped and went back up. Yes, well, they were anticipating it. Probably word got out on it. Silver was up yesterday, too. And I think that was in part because of what was going on with Iran. Anticipating something happening there. But this Supreme Court decision and the announcement that happened after really propelled it up. Because you know where it was now, because right now it's 84. It may have been low 80 maybe, but I think probably there was anticipation of that decision. OU Surf says, I'm gonna miss you. $30 silver, probably $50 silver too. I'm holding on it for 60. The math is hard. And see, the thing is, more and more people that more the price goes up, people feel confident and they say, we're never gonna get this 50 again. Well, I'm sticking to my guns. We'll see if it happens. Let's see here. All right. And but we'll find out. We'll see. We'll discover it together. Either way. And let's press on and see what we've got with the next comment here. We've got Wasp 63. Silver going up $6 from this AM seems too good to be true. See if it holds next week. I believe it will when I see it. Never underestimate the influence of Mr. Murphy of Mr. Murphy's Law. That's right, Murphy's Law, that's right. And CCT, Cyber Current Twitcher, who posted a great video on St. George slaying the dragon from 2025. He got a really good deal. Waiting, patience paid off for him. Check out his video on that. One of the best ways to buy precious metals this year, in my opinion. He says, like you said, we're expecting some kind of move following this. We'll have to wait and see what happens next. Yes, indeed. For sure. That's right. All right. And Mr. Misanthrope. Trump didn't outsmart anybody. He is a puppet for the Heritage Foundation. He's a puppet for nobody. He's his own man. And say what you want, as critical as you can be about Trump, but he is a puppet to no one. He's a, that's for sure. Let's see here. And let's see what we've got. What's happening there? Let's see what we've got moving. Yeah, Randy, that's incorrect. I'm not pushing for $50 silver. It's what I think it may get to, but I'm not talking about that in every video. I'm talking about it now because somebody asked me about it, so I've been discussing it. Dean R says, Trump is always 3 steps ahead. Very cool coin. It's fun to have some collectibles to love on and appreciate. That's right. Yep. Exactly. Thank you, Dean R. Appreciate you, brother. Chesapeake Bray Brian says, yeah, but we all hurt if they keep fighting Trump. 5 years of runaway inflation that made 2016 pale in comparison. Yes, that inflation was brutal. Granny Smith, a great insight into precious metals. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. Very kind of you indeed. And We've got Stephen Cowell says 8531 money metals. You look at the wrong page. Even SD bullion 8532. No, you are looking at the wrong page. Never ever look at a bullion dealer for the precious metal price. Never. Those are the worst places to go. They always pad the prices. All of them do it. I think there's only one now that doesn't do it. There may be two, but they all do it. Even the channel sponsor does it, basically just to be competitive, but they don't do it nearly as bad as the other ones do. The price never got to $85 today. You're looking at the wrong place. Let's see here. All right. Anonymous Exotic says, well, usually we dump on BS News, so at least this time we got pumped on BS News. There you go. All right. And Ronnie Paul says, to crash gold, you'll need to increase interest rates over 50%. Not happening. Yeah, in other words, a half point up, I guess what you're saying. That's right. And that's not going to be happening. No, they're not going to be raising interest rates. That's for sure. No way, no how. Yes, indeed. You were right. Very good. And best news I've heard in days. Been under the weather this past week. Let's go. Ooh, all right. Very good. Thank you. Well, I hope you're feeling better now and on the mend. It always sucks to be under the weather. Although technically, we're all under the weather. Really, when you think about it, right? I mean, whether it's raining, snowing, wind, sleet, sunshine, there's all kinds of weather and we're all underneath of it. We cannot escape the weather, whether you like it or not. Pun fully and completely intended there. Chuck Silveresto, how does a government contribute to the GDP? What products do they produce? Can someone explain to me how the government contributes to the GDP? It seems to me that the government crowds out the private sector, that the government is trained on GDP. That is very true. But here's how they do it. By contracts with private business. And all those contracts were stopped, I guess, for the most part during that time. Contractors and federal spending for those contracts, whether it be road repairs or with that type of thing. And there's a lot of that happening, too much of it happening. But that's how they contribute to the GDP. So, yes, indeed. But that's what happens. Mr. JF, 1589. Scump always outdumbs everybody. Come on, this is the leader of the free world. America once the land of the free. Now the land of the lost. Well, and this is somebody who disagrees with me about Trump, but they didn't insult me. They just insulted Trump, and that's fine. I disagree with them, but appreciate your opinion on that and sharing it. All right. And Bill Arrington, we have as much military presence closing in on Iran as we did Iraq. That's right. You know what that means. Get ready. We'll see. But you know what? Trump is different than Bush, and Iran is very different. We're not going to invade Iran. No question about it. But Iran is weak, or the regime is weak. But they're also obstinate. And that is a bad combination. That means that we can support the Iranian people with very little effort and no loss of human lives. Or very little loss of human lives if there's going to be any at all. And make no mistake, Trump knows what he's doing there. I know some may disagree with me on that, but we'll see how that plays. All right. Frank Garcia says, what disturbs me is the court doesn't want us to prosper, but Trump pulled the Trump card. There you go. That's right. Yep, that's right. Frank Garcia. Silver is beautiful indeed. Indeed it is. You are right. It's a lovely metal for sure. We got Monty Smith says here, the industrial investors will make your metals look good in response to the tariff decision. Dumb retail will load liquidity into the market, and institutional investors will take it from them. All right. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah. Rad Rob says, what a change based on the Supreme Court decision regarding the tariffs. Nice coin, Sal. Thank you. Yes, they really, really spiked up after that the decision, and especially after the Trump's press conference. Keep on stacking. That's right, Cherokee Cowboy. Richard Metcalf says, awesome piece, Sal. Germanium Mint never disappoints. They are very excellent company for sure. And Jonathan Kohler says, not cool. I need 3 more days. No, I hear you. I know. It'd be nice to get it while it's cheaper, but hey, Viva SCOTUS. All right. So he agrees with the Supreme Court decision. I disagree with it. But anyway, Stacker Dave says, I'm definitely going to be an interesting year. Geopolitical friction on multiple fronts. New Fed appointments, November elections. It's a tinderbox, a keg of gunpowder smoldering. Strap-on stackers, yeah. And that may be what keeps silver from touching $50 this year. All those things, for sure. Very well could be. All right, let's see here. Yes, thank you, everybody who pressing the thumbs up. Appreciate that for those who've done that. And John Morgan is cool, but not as fire as that Maltese B. Yeah, that Maltese B was the bomb diggity. Definitely my favorite as well. Chai Fields, there is no sense in mining deeper for an epithermal metal. Yes, probably right on that. And let's see here. State of the Union is going to be lit. That's right, it sure will. That's going to be very interesting. Supreme Court's going to be there. It'll be very fascinating to see what he says on that. Well, folks, hey, we've come to the end of the broadcast. So a good night tonight. I appreciate you guys being here. And you guys are amazing. Hope you have a wonderful evening. And remember that this sage piece of advice that I'd like to give to you, and that is to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. If you've not checked out my videos from today, I hope you will check it out. And thank you again for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you. And we will talk to you on the next video and on Sunday night's live stream at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Take care. Have a good night, all. See ya.